See? Told you they'd be here.
Xavier! Oh, and Shiori and Farina too!
Ah, Hydro Archon above! If it isn't my darling camera operator and clapper loader! A very happy Fontanalia festival to you as well!
I'm guessing you came back to celebrate with us?
Yep, and help out too! Even though the last festival had some unexpected hiccups, making the film was still super fun. Since you're all here together like this, you must be planning on entering the competition, right?
Of course! A celebration of the entertainment industry. No one who's anyone would choose to sit this one out. It only happens once a year, after all.
Fontaine Fashion Week might be more my speed, but the film festival brings in a lot of orders and boosts brand recognition, so I wasn't going to miss out either.
A few new awards have been added this year, too. Best Director, Best Costume Design, oh, and Best Camera Operation.
Ooh, sounds like we've got work to do. Come on, tell us! What's Musketeer Pictures film gonna be about?
Oh, about that.
What's wrong, Xavier? What's with that look? Oh, man. You weren't scammed by some shady investor again, were you?
No. Even I'm not naive enough to fall for something like that again. Besides, thanks to the fine people here, Musketeer Pictures has more than enough funds to shoot without investors.
And yet problems persist.
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, we were planning to replicate our past success and shoot a film based on a popular novel. But as we were holding auditions for the female lead earlier today, a striking young mademoiselle wandered in by accident. Her disposition was simply ethereal. The look in her eyes somewhat melancholic. Oh, I wish you could have been there. The awe I felt can scarcely be put to words. You had to be there, friend. No matter where she stood, it was as if her surroundings, even the air itself, turned into the perfect shot.
Guess you found your lead actress then?
No, quite the opposite. My script is entirely unworthy of her. I fear it is. Nevertheless, I couldn't help but approach the mademoiselle to ask about her background and what brought her to Fontaine.
What did she say?
Sadly, she said her best friend was gone. After returning to her own homeland not too long ago, she decided to visit where her friend was from to remember them better.
Oh, no wonder she looked sad.
Yes, but that's when it struck me. Why not cast her as the lead in a film centered around her search for this old friend?
Huh? You're gonna rewrite the whole script? But is there even enough time? Isn't the prep work super complicated? We might not finish.
Think about the difficulties we faced with the Chew Musketeers. We had to start from scratch back then, too. I'd say we're ahead of the game this time.
Guess so, but...
Don't worry, Paimon. Shiori and I have evaluated the proposal, and we support Xavier's decision.
I won't really need to start on the costumes until the cast is finalized, so it's not too much extra work for me.
Oh, fair mademoiselles. How can I ever thank you?
Finishing the script would be a start. You know, compared to a commercial popcorn flick, I do prefer the idea of shooting a more artistic film. One that leaves a profound and lingering impact in the hearts of the audience.
I agree. True trendsetters are the people who dare to go against the grain.
Wow! Leave it to Director Farina to have a vision. Honestly, though, the artistic passion of everyone at Musketeer Pictures is inspiring. Anyway, now that we've heard so much about this lead actress, Paimon's gotta know who it I was just walking past when I heard you talking about me, so I came over.
Huh? You know Miss Columbina?
Of course! Wait a second. Does this mean Columbina is the actress who inspired the whole rewrite? Yeah. Wait, so did you make the trip by yourself, Columbina? Yes. I mentioned how I wanted to visit other nations once things settled down in Notcry, remember? So I went to the curatorium to ask Never for advice. She told me about the film festival in Fontaine and said it might be fun to visit. I spoke to Lauma before I left too, and she thought it was a great idea to get out for a bit. It's just, I received quite different travel advice from the two of them. Oh? How so? Well, Lauma told me to go out and experience new things and make new friends.
What a wonderful suggestion. That's how a trip should be.
What about Nefer? She said, don't trust anyone and don't talk to strangers. Yep, that sounds like her.
I can understand that too. It shows this Nefer cares about you a great deal, Miss Columbina.
Yes, so I plan on combining their advice. All I need to do is turn strangers into friends, and then I can talk to them. Huh, that kinda makes sense, but also not.
Hey, Chiori. Oh, look who's back. Happy Fontanalia Festival, you two.
Oh, looks like we have a superstar in our midst. How about an autograph, Big Shot?
Ha ha, very funny.
All settled then?
Yep, the Duke gave his blessing, and I cleared it with the Udex. During the festival, inmates with good behavior will get a chance to spend some time on the outside.
Under the stringent supervision of the Special Patrol, of course.
Risley! It's been a while! Happy Fontanalia Festival!
Does that mean Veronique and her brother will be at the festival?
During a specific window of time, sure. Doesn't hurt to give the inmates something to look forward to. A little sun'll do them some good, I think. This is a friend from your travels, I'm guessing. Thought I heard something along those lines?
Great! We should make some introductions, huh? Chevros, Risley, this is Columbina, a friend we met in Notcry.
Welcome to Fontaine, Miss Columbina. I bet the weather's been quite an adjustment.
Yeah.
And not the good kind, I take it.
No, I quite like it. It's a lot warmer than Notcry.
Then what was the punch for?
Oh, should I not have done that? The flowers that bloom here are so vibrant, and the people are so kind. I just wanted to become friends as fast as possible.
Ah, so that was meant as a gesture of friendship. Is that right, Miss Columbina?
Mm-hmm. Isn't that what friends do?
Right. Might have been a bit premature in this instance, though. Your friend here is quite the character.
Good thing we said something. You weren't seriously gonna go around punching every single person in Fontaine, were you? No, just the ones I wanted to be friends with. That's not... What Paimon's trying to say is, maybe keep the punches to a minimum until after you're friends with someone. If you say so.
You're quite the character, Miss Columbina.
So, are we friends?
Of course. Any friend of the Traveler is a friend of mine.
Yeah.
Oof. When it comes to friends, you sure know how to pick 'em.
So Miss Columbina is the lead actress I've been hearing so much about. The whole thing about her aura is starting to make more sense.
You gonna be part of the film this time too, Shivers?
That was the plan. But now that Mr. Xavier has changed the direction, I don't think I'm in quite as many scenes. It's all for the best, though. A different crew asked me to help consult on some of their musket work.
Oh, sounds like our trusty musketeer is as popular as ever.
I'm just going where I'm needed. I'm more than willing to help with whatever this production needs as well.
Ah, well, speaking of, would you happen to know if there are scenic locations around the court of Fontaine that other crews haven't booked?
The festival's pretty popular this year, so there's not a lot left. You might just have to talk it over with the other productions and see if they'll let you squeeze in here and there.
I see.
Having trouble finding a filming location?
Yes, we made a last-minute decision to go down a different route, so the indoor locations we reserved are no longer a good fit. And it looks like all of the best outdoor spots have been taken.
You know, I might know a place. Good views, good atmosphere, and no production team has snatched it up.
That sounds perfect! Where is it?
You want me to reveal it just like that? Come on, let it be a surprise.
As much as that sounds riveting, I think we should divide and conquer. You go do that, and Director Farina and I will take Miss Columbina around the city to discuss lighting and styling. Is that all right with you, Miss Columbina?
Traveler? Yeah, everyone here is our friend! So don't worry about a thing and just focus on enjoying your trip. Okay.
All right, then the Traveler and I will go check out this potential filming location. It might even give me some inspiration for the new script.
I'll leave this to the Duke then. Until later, everyone. Maybe we'll run into each other on set.
Okay then. Lead the way, Risley! Paimon's not built for suspense. Let's get this show on the road!
Who said anything about roads?
Huh? No way! You brought the winglet up to the surface?
It'd make quite the grand backdrop for a film, don't you think?
Paimon's more focused on the fact that this thing is supposed to be underwater, inside the fortress of Meripede.
True. And keeping up with the maintenance on a vessel this big is a lot of work. It takes a crazy amount of manpower just to keep it up and...
Oh, Paimon kinda thought it just sat there until you needed it.
I wish it were that simple. The truth is the maintenance costs on this thing are substantial. So we decided to rent it out during the festival to earn some extra mora. Besides, the inmates are the ones who keep it in good shape. Seeing the fruits of their labor put to use is a good form of social rehabilitation for them.
Huh, you've really thought this through. What you think, Xavier? Is this a good place to shoot?
Ah, I've got it! Good messieurs and mademoiselles, I've got it!
Gonna take that as a yes.
The beginning is the hardest part, and the opening of this film has been eluding me, but now I know just how it should start.
Glad to hear it.
Thanks for bringing us here, Risley.
Don't thank me just yet. This isn't quite a done deal.
Huh? Not a done deal as in someone already rented it out? You said no other production teams had snatched it up.
This person isn't affiliated with a production team. The rental fee was high enough to scare off plenty of other film crews, but she didn't blink. Made quite the generous offer, and didn't even attempt to haggle.
Do you know what she plans to use it for? I'd like to at least have a rough idea before going in to negotiate.
I didn't ask for the details, but I did see what looked like a fishing permit and a business license on her desk. My guess is she's planning on using it for some kind of restaurant or aquarium.
A floating restaurant is sure to attract people, but an aquarium sounds cool too. The views from the ship make it a great spot for a date.
The winglet might not be under my command right now, but it's always nice to see her admired.
A film is sure to drum up some good publicity as well. I do hope we can work something out with the current captain.
Well, guess we should head over and talk things out then.
Best of luck.
Wow! The winglet seems even bigger up close. The rooms are so Wonder who rented it out. Hello? Anyone there?
Perhaps the captain had business to attend to elsewhere.
But why rent such a massive boat just to have it sit here without even leaving so much as a note? Let's try again. Anyone there? Hello?
Seriously? Right now?
What is it gonna take to get some decent sleep
Around here. Is a nap too much to ask for? Sorry, the aquarium's closed for the... Huh?
See Lolly?
Traveler! Paimon! Hold on. This is just great. How am I gonna go out dressed like this? What happened to my regular clothes? The wash! I put them in the wash after I drank too much and fell into the fountain. Oh, this can't be happening. Am I seriously gonna go out like this?
Think we might have caught her at a bad time. See Lolly?
I don't want to hear it.
Hear what?
A single word about what I'm wearing. No comments, none. Is that clear?
Oh, yep. Crystal.
Huh? You think so? No, wait, I told you not to say anything. What was... Oh, his thoughts. I heard his thoughts. How could I forget about that? Oh, this is so embarrassing. I seemed a little too pleased to get that compliment, didn't I? Wait, the mind reading went both ways. Does that mean the traveler's hearing all this too? Oh, you clearly did.
Huh? What did we do? Paimon's not following.
Nothing. It's nothing. Let's just move on. Did you need something? You're not here alone, I see.
Hello, I'm Xavier, a film director and producer from Fontaine. I meant to introduce myself sooner, I just didn't want to, interrupt.
No wonder we ran into each other in Fontaine of all places. You must also be in town for the festival then.
That's right. We're helping Xavier with his film. In fact, we were hoping to shoot some scenes on this boat. You're the one who rented it out, right, Seed Lolly?
Me? Rent a boat? I wish I had that kind of spare cash floating around. Not to mention the spare time. Don't get the wrong idea, though. I'm not here to sail off into the sunset and live out some cushy retirement life, okay? I'm not that old.
Then why you dress like... how did you end up staying aboard the Winglet?
Well, I heard one of my favorite light novels was getting turned into a film, so I came to Fontaine to catch the premiere. Originally, I booked a room near the Opera Epiclese, but I'm quite particular about where I sleep these days. I think it's an age thing. And that bed? I just couldn't sleep in it. I tried to find a different hotel, but with the festival, everything was completely booked. Just as I was worried I'd have to sleep under a bridge or something, I happened to spot a help wanted sign on the side of the road.
Oh, so you're here to take care of the boat?
No, I was hired to man the front desk. The pay is a bit low, but food and drinks are covered. And it includes room and board during the festival. Plus, the job is simple. So I thought I'd give it a shot.
Wow! They actually thought you'd be a good fit, huh?
What? You don't think I'm cut out for it? All I have to do is tell people the aquarium isn't open yet. Other than that, I'm free to do whatever I want. It's a pretty sweet gig.
That's all?
Yeah, I was also kinda shocked. But it's not a lie.
Head downstairs and see for yourselves. There's nothing but empty tanks. Not a marine animal in sight.
Did your boss mention anything about being open to film crews using this space? Our production was hoping to film on the deck for a few scenes.
No. That never came up. You could just ask her.
Oh, she's around? What kind of person is she? We should know what we're heading into.
She's nice enough, I suppose. Pretty reasonable, too. Even offered for me to move to a bigger cabin if I was too cramped. Back at the Masters of the Night Wind, I'm used to being the one giving orders. But working under her doesn't feel like being bossed around. She seems to respect what I think.
Wow, she sounds like a great boss.
She did tell me she'd rather not be disturbed, though. She's been working on an important project, so I'd keep it brief.
Got it. Thanks for the heads up.
All right, the captain's quarters are this way. I can take... Wait. But I'm wearing... whatever. I doubt she'll care. Just follow me. Miss Guillotin? These visitors were hoping to ask you about something.
I thought I said to limit the interruptions. Just tell them the aquarium is still...
Sandrone? You're here!
Huh? You know each other?
Are you okay, Sandrone? Do you still remember us? Everyone was so upset after what happened. We all missed you so much.
Miss Seat Lolly, why don't you escort this gentleman to the reception area for a cup of tea? I have something to discuss with these two in private.
Ah, I see. Right this way, Mr. Xavier.
Sandrone?
I really can't go anywhere without running into you two, can I?
Are you okay? During the battle, your core... It was...
Destroyed by that bastard Dottore. That's right. But as you can see, I'm fine now. No major issues. Or at least, there shouldn't be.
Oh, what a relief! Oh, why didn't you tell us sooner? Or come back to see your friends?
Now that I have the chance, I just want to say... Thank you for saving me.
Huh? Don't get the wrong idea. I only saved you so we could complete that formula and defeat Dottore once and for all. Even if he did crawl back from the grave to make us all miserable again.
That doesn't matter. You're still a hero.
All right. But it wasn't just me. All I did was lend my brilliant mind to the cause and take care of one part of the plan. Although, I'm not denying it would have fallen apart without me.
You got that right. You're amazing. But how did you go from
From a lifeless pile of scrap to looking like this?
Well, my mom was trying to put it a bit more gently, but yeah.
Where do I even start? Curse it all! Where am I? Did we do it? How much time has passed? I'm not in one of that lunatic's experimental labs, am I? Wait, Fontanian decor. Books from the Research Institute. Phew. One thing at a time. Initiate self-diagnostics. Assess the extent of the damage. Cut power to compromised, non-essential components. Then reconstruct available action modules. Severe damage to the core. Dottore, you bastard. Polonia? Polonia, wake up! Activate! You're an even worse. Internal gears and energy circuits are barely intact. Extreme damage to the core, just like me. Rebooting is off the table. Even if I could repair the damage, I don't know if... You used up all your critical energy in those final moments, didn't you? To protect the core of that guy in the hat, and the numerological array. Wait, the array. Yes! The prototype is still here. But can I even run it in this state? Whatever. I have to try. I just need to confirm one thing. Activate the numerological array. Connect the computing core to my body. Just like I thought. It needs too much computing power. Cut off power supply to all functions except the thinking module. Please. I just need to ask one question. Initiate query regarding the 3 moon sisters. How many living moon goddesses are there in possession of the Trilunar Authority? 1. It worked. You did it, Columbina. You made it back. But how did I survive? The self-diagnostics showed damage severe enough to shut me down for good. What triggered the reboot? A built-in message? Only visible after a core reboot. The final gift. Alen! Were you the one who gave me this second chance? But why now? What activated it? What is that? A vision? Wait, no. It's a stellar linchpin?
A stellar linchpin?
You can think of it as a rare kind of vision. As for what causes one to manifest, well, that's still unknown. But in Snezhnaya, or in Afatui's research at least, it's believed to have some connection to the third descender.
The third descender? We knew his remains were used to create the Gnosis, but this is the first we're hearing about a stellar linchpin.
You knew about the remains? Right, of course. Look who I'm talking to. Yes, the Heavenly Principles used the remains of the third descender to create the 7 Gnosis as a means to consolidate the Archon system. Visions result from that same system, so extrapolating from there, it's clear that the manifestation of a vision is also, to some extent, related to the third descender. Still following? For those that wield them, visions serve as a means to channel elemental power. The same is true of stellar linchpins. The difference is that, when wielding elemental energy, stellar linchpin users often exhibit a unique kind of power that seems to come from beyond to that. It's believed that, when a stellar linchpin manifests, impurities from the remains of the third descender get fixed in place. Hence, the name. That's also believed to be the source of the strange power I just mentioned.
We've heard that visions can appear when someone has a really strong wish or desire. Stellar linchpins sound kind of similar, so does that mean...
Huh? Oh, don't look at me like that. I've never had any grand wishes or aspirations. Just a list of things that drive me up the wall. So if you're asking why this thing appeared, I have no clue. All I know is that without it,
The gift Alen left me, this built-in second chance, never would have triggered. The damage to my core was too severe. But thanks to the stellar linchpin's manifestation, it did trigger. And after my core rebooted, I was able to repair the damage to my body. I also managed to import the numerological array, along with some of Polonia's surviving algorithms, into this form.
Wait, does that mean Polonia is...
Yes. Unfortunately, Polonia is... beyond repair.
Oh, we're so sorry to hear that. But you also mentioned something about a final gift?
Yes. Alen often spoke to me about wishes and desires when he was alive. I suppose he thought there might come a day when I wished for something, and was willing to sacrifice my own life to fulfill it. So he left me a chance to start over. No, never. Alen once said I was his proudest masterpiece. That might sound boastful coming from me, but it's also an undeniable fact. After Alen died, I started studying how Polonia and I worked. Polonia is essentially a computational machine, so it wasn't difficult to figure out the mechanical principles there. But when it came to my own structure, that's when Alen, the Lord Artificer's true greatness, struck me once again. I attempted to imitate it when I created Catherine, but in the end, she turned out to be nothing more than a superficial replica.
What? But his creations go. Catherine is super impressive. We were shocked when we first found out she was a puppet.
No, she's nothing compared to what Alen was able to create. Some of the mechanical principles of my own core are still a complete mystery to me. Keeping that gift hidden wasn't even a challenge for him. Just a shame I had to waste it on fighting Dottore. I just couldn't stand the thought of him coming out on top. If you put it that way, the world owes me a whole lot then, doesn't it?
Wait, but all this still doesn't explain what you're doing here. Risley said you rented the ship and even had some kind of fishing permit?
That's because I'm trying to go back to the place Alen and I lived when he was alive. My former home, I suppose you could say. The second chance wasn't the only part of the gift. According to the message, Alen left me a few other things that are stored in the house we shared together. I'm hoping that whatever he left me can help fix certain anomalies in my rebooted core. And help me understand why I received a stellar linchpin in the first place.
Okay, so go back then. What does that have to do with fishing?
And to think I'm talking to the saviors of Fontaine. Did you forget that the water levels have been rising for centuries? I can't just go back to the place I used to live because now it's underwater.
Oh, right.
With the rising water levels and changes in terrain, it's not just a matter of finding where it is, but also clearing away any sediment or debris. But Fontaine law prohibits unauthorized individuals and organizations from excavating underwater ruins. A Melazine caught me the minute I even made an attempt.
Why not apply for authorization then?
And face the endless slog of Fontainian bureaucracy. No thanks. Besides, I'm a Fatui harbinger. The diplomatic implications alone would be enough to give the gestionnaires at the Palais Mermonia a headache. A fishing permit, on the other hand, isn't difficult to obtain at all. Minimal paperwork required, and under the name Guillotin, the application was a cinch.
So you're exploiting a legal loophole?
Am I? That underwater home belongs to me. If I happen to chance upon it while doing some fishing, what's the issue with that? Of course, I do have to catch some fish to put in the aquarium, just in case the gestionnaires come to check up on things. That's also the reason I hired someone to man the front desk.
Huh? But isn't that kind of a waste? He went to all the trouble of getting a business license and rented out this giant ship. Just for show?
If you want to run an aquarium that bad, be my guest.
Use the facilities however you want. I'm certainly not going to stop you. All I want is to go back home and see what other gifts Alain wanted me to inherit. Hold on. Enough about me. What are you two even doing here?
Seriously? They've been in there forever. The reaction when they saw each other was strange, to say the least. They're lucky I was nice enough to leave the room and give them some space. Back in the Masters of the Nightwind, I'm the one who gets to kick people out. I just want to know what they're talking about. Should I cast a little eavesdropping spell? Oh, no, what am I thinking? I'm Granny Eastley, the great shaman of the Masters of the Nightwind. I can't do something like that. This is just ridiculous. Making me wait out here for so long? Where's their respect for their elders?
Oh, here they are.
Were you back there arguing or something? What took you so long?
The two of you are already acquainted with Miss Guillotin, then?
Yep. But don't worry, we got everything sorted. Sandrone agreed to let us shoot on the ship, but it has to be when she's not here.
When she's not here?
That's right.
You'll excuse me if I didn't exactly ask for this little reunion. I wasn't planning on seeing anyone. Like I said, my core is severely damaged. Even with the gift, there are anomalies that are making things unstable. I don't even know if I can continue to function without issues. So the priority is to fix these anomalies and get answers to my own questions. Then I can see the people that need seeing.
Anyway, just let Sandrone know when you plan to film Xavier, and she'll, steer clear.
I do hope I'm not causing Miss Guillotin too much trouble.
No! She just wants to keep a low profile for her own, complicated reasons. She doesn't want anyone else to know she's here.
Understood. I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
Oh, and see Lale?
Huh? You mean Miss Guillotin? What does she want? Oh, please don't let it be about the pajamas. What? The 7th of the VIII Harbingers? Why are you telling me all this?
I asked the Traveler about you, and I've decided it's best to be open in this instance. I can understand if you would rather not work for a Harbinger. Regardless, the room on the ship is yours to keep. You're an acquaintance of the Traveler, and I plan to honor that.
Wait, she's actually nice? It's not a problem. The captain also worked for the VIII, and he helped Natlan a great deal. We know that there are good people among your ranks. Besides, I've been around long enough to know what it means to earn one's keep. This isn't Natlan, and I don't expect special treatment. Besides, sitting at a desk isn't exactly back-breaking work.
I appreciate that perspective, great shaman.
Seat Lolly. Just call me Seat Lolly. That title makes me sound so... old.
Well, Seat Lolly, the Traveler and I are looking for something, so we'll be heading underwater together soon. I'll leave the ship in your care while we're gone.
Together? How often?
Not too often. We're heading out in a bit, but I'll be available if you need something.
You couldn't, go alone?
I wanted to, but he was concerned about my physical well-being. So he offered to come with.
Guess my mental well-being means nothing then.
Huh? All right. Our first stop is the Beryl region. After Alain left the Fontaine Research Institute, he lived in seclusion somewhere around there. Huh. This place has changed a lot. Guess I really have been gone for a long... Let's look around and see what we can learn. Oh, and don't forget to catch a few to take back. We need to keep up appearances, remember? Poisson isn't too far from here, right? It's all a bit nostalgic, I guess. Back when I lived here, all this was still above water. All right, I have a general understanding of the terrain changes and sediment accumulation. We can stop here for now. That went smoother than expected. I appreciate the help.
No problem. You doing okay though, Sandrone? Seeing your home look nothing like you remember, that can't be easy.
I'm fine. Times change. People change. That's the one thing you can actually count on. I made peace with that a long time ago. You should head back and put them in the aquarium tanks. We finished ahead of schedule, so your crew is probably still on the ship. I'll follow in a bit.
Right. Xavier said he was gonna test out a couple of shots.
I'm sure. I want to take another look around on my own.
Okay then. Want us to let you know when the filming is done?
No need. Columbina relies on Kuvaki to perceive her surroundings. In Nodcry, her senses are heightened because Kuvaki is everywhere. But here, as long as she doesn't activate her abilities, her range of perception should be equivalent to an average person's line of sight. I figured that out back in Snezhnaya.
That's oddly specific.
I have hiding from her down to a science. So, what? Things might be a bit different now that she's merged with the Moon Sisters, but I doubt there's been a drastic change. The point is, you two can head back. Don't worry about me.
Okay, if you say so. Come find us on the ship if you need anything.
What did you leave for me, Ellen? Did you know I would come back? Or did you make it so I would have to?
Xavier, we're back!
Shh! Quiet on set! They're filming over there.
Oops, sorry.
What's your take, Detective?
Bullet wound to the chest. Gunpowder residue on the clothes. The victim must have been shot at close range.
You think it was someone they knew?
Yes. It's possible the suspect arranged for them to meet at this very spot.
A reasonable deduction. But you're overlooking a crucial clue.
What?
The victim's pocket watch is missing. And cut! I think we got it! Good work, everyone! Phew, finally.
Acting was nerve-wracking for me when I first tried it too. Just loosen up, and you'll get used to it in no time.
Chevres! Charlotte!
Oh, hello there, you two.
You're filming here too? Oh, so Charlotte's crew must have been the one that asked you to help out, huh, Chevres?
Yep. They heard about a potential filming location and wanted to come check it out.
But when we got here, your crew had already beaten us to it. Luckily, Xavier and our director, Lapine Pauline, go way back. In the end, we agreed to just share each other's filming locations.
Considering all the last-minute changes, that's just what Musketeer Pictures needed.
For sure! Based off the scene just now, you must be the star of the film, Charlotte!
You bet! This detective costume really suits me, don't you think?
Oh, for sure. You're already right at home lurking in the shadows taking pictures of this and that. Add a notepad and you're practically method.
Thanks, Miss Chiori. I appreciate the compliment.
That didn't sound much like a compliment to Paimon.
So this is a film set? It looks like a very happy place.
This must all be quite new to you, Miss Columbina.
Yes. I watched a few films with a friend once, but she thought there was no point if I wouldn't open my eyes. So she stopped inviting me. Looks like I missed out on a lot. True, but being an actor seems like a tough job.
Huh? Most people would swap lives with an actor in a heartbeat. The lifestyle is so glamorous, and the pay is more than generous.
But they have to act out lives that aren't their own, with the whole world watching on in judgment. If they don't do it justice, it must feel like they're letting people down.
That's exactly how it feels. This young lady has quite the unique perspective. Well, that's true. But these actors are here because they want to be and they think it's fun. Most of them, at least.
Not to mention, the film we're shooting is based entirely on you, Miss Columbina. You just need to be true to yourself.
I don't have to pretend to be someone I'm not?
Not at all. Authenticity is what we're after. For example, this first scene opens with you on the boat, sailing to your friend's homeland. You just need to think about that moment in the story and picture how you would feel.
Oh, okay.
We're all here? Wonderful! Let's head to the deck and get shooting. Oh, and this is for you, dear Paimon, your clapperboard.
Whoa! Is this the same one Paimon used for the Two Musketeers?
The very same. I saved it just for you.
Thanks, Xavier! Feels like being reunited with an old friend.
Of course! That said, I have a different job in mind for you this time, traveler. Our film is focusing on a single protagonist, so conveying the subtle changes in her state of mind is of the utmost importance. In addition to the actor's own performance, another way we can convey that is through lighting.
Huh? But there's already a lighting specialist, isn't there?
Yes, but it's clear the traveler and Miss Columbina share a deep bond. You might have a better chance of understanding her frame of mind in certain scenes.
Oh, that makes sense.
So, what do you say? Willing to take on the role of lighting specialist? It's settled! I leave the job of translating our leading lady's inner thoughts in your capable hands. All right, without any further ado, it's time for production on our film, A Homecoming, to officially begin! Turning it over to you once again, Director Farina.
All right. Positions, everyone. Camera operator, clapper loader, get set up. Let me know when lighting is good to go. All you need to worry about, Miss Columbina, is hitting your mark. Other than that, just focus on immersing yourself in the emotions of the moment.
Okay.
Good. Lighting, are we ready?
Ready.
All right, quiet on set. 3, 2, 1, action!
This is her homeland.
Columbina.
Cut! The emotions I'm looking for were definitely there. Let's just try to keep it a bit more natural. Oh, but definitely keep that gesture at the end. I loved how real it felt. You looked genuinely moved. All right, if you're ready, let's go for another take. Miss Columbina?
That presence. It kind of felt like Sandrone?
you're here. We should get going then. Xavier and the others should be filming soon.
How's it going? Have you managed to figure out the location of your home yet?
I've narrowed down a few potential locations. We just need to take a sample from each one. Once the equipment analyzes them, we should know the exact location and where to find the entrance.
Great! We should get started then.
All right, let's get a move on. That should do it. Let's head back. The filming should be just about done. We made good time. We might even know the location by the end of the day.
You sound pretty happy about that.
Do I? I suppose I've just had enough of these anomalies I've been dealing with. The sooner I can fix them, the better. Anyway, enough chit-chat. We have work to do. Oh, but let's head in through the side door. I don't want to run into the crew on the deck. All right, now we just need to wait for the results. Since we have some time to kill, I suppose I might as well see how this aquarium of yours is coming along. You seemed quite enthusiastic about it, after all.
It's really coming together!
Oh, kind of impressive, actually. These must be the ones we caught the first time we went underwater.
Like it?
It's fine, I guess. Nothing special.
Come on! It sounded like you really liked it just now!
You're that proud of it? Is this a sense of accomplishment or something?
Well, yeah. And it's pretty!
You know it's gonna be gone soon, though, right?
What do you mean?
After the festival, this ship will be returned to the fortress of Meropide, and this aquarium will be no more.
So?
So, no matter how much work you put into this place, once the festival is over, it's all just going to disappear.
But not making the most of it when we have the chance is an even bigger waste!
But if you know it's all going to be gone one day, why even bother?
Well, because
Because you still get to keep the things you gain along the way. And those are things that can never be replaced.
Doesn't that make losing them even harder?
well, if you put it like that. But the happy memories we make along the way last forever. You just have to take a more glass-half-full perspective. Not to mention, everything we do here is going to be on film, so it'll still live on in some shape or form.
And when you look back on it, only happy memories will come to mind?
Exactly!
So it's about finding joy in the process itself.
Traveler! You're back already?
What's wrong with that? You say that like it's terrible news or something.
How did you get here? I didn't see you on the deck. Oh, never mind. We need to help Miss Guillotin hide ASAP. The crew is heading over here to shoot any second.
What? They should be done by now.
There was a mishap earlier that cost them some time. I was waiting on deck so I could warn you the minute you showed up. Anyway, you should head back to the captain's cabin right away. They're gonna be here any minute now.
Finally! That's a wrap for the scenes on the deck. Wouldn't have taken half as long if the wind hadn't snapped our equipment in two.
Uh-oh! Too late!
Change of plans then. You'll just have to hide.
Hide? And where exactly am I supposed to do that?
Oh, there's a box over there! You can get in that!
Huh? You expect me to...
Do I need my makeup done for the next scene too?
For the love of...
Let me see. Maybe just a quick touch-up.
Huh? Traveler and Paimon? What are you doing here? I thought you took the day off to take care of something.
Huh? Oh, well, It didn't take as long as we were expecting, so we came back early. What about you guys? You're still not done shooting for the day?
No, we ran into an issue that, set us back. It meant Miss Charlotte's crew wasn't able to wrap either. We both still have scenes to shoot in this aquarium.
Oh, that's not ideal. For several reasons. Let us help then. The sooner we wrap, the sooner everyone can get some rest.
All right.
Thanks, you two.
Miss Charlotte's crew can go first then. If I'm not mistaken, you still have a night shoot later.
Thanks, Director Farina!
Of course. Fellow artists should help each other out where we can.
Agreed. Well then, camera, lights, get set up. Actors, give your lines a quick once-over. Let's try to get this in one take. All right, places, everyone! And 3, 2, 1, action!
So, the story ends like this.
But when Duke St. Germanus departed, he clearly said that everything was beyond redemption. Huh? That sounds familiar. Wait, it's from that novel I came across while researching the numerological array.
He's only a genius when it comes to mechanics, and everything else, he's just an ordinary person.
Huh? What was that noise? Whatever, I'll just fix it in post.
Miss Jacoba, please don't speak as if I were the accomplice.
Not so hard. This box isn't sturdy enough for that.
This is why I keep saying, don't put too much trust in Clockwork Mecha. Unlike humans, machines don't have a heart.
A heart?
That's right. It's what's on the inside. It's also referred to as someone's soul, or likened to free will. You can think of it as a person's core, what makes them unique. In general, though, people don't believe machines are capable of having a soul.
You said my emotion module was faultless.
It is, but that's not quite the same thing.
Do you think I have one then? A heart?
I don't think so. I know so. The question is, do you recognize it within yourself?
That's where you're wrong.
I can't believe this. Forcing me to hide in a box and listen to this drivel. Me.
In the end, clocks tick through tranquil years. Fish swim in crystalline springs. No matter how grand a dream is, it will fade away like this. Forlorn, wordless, silent.
And cut. That was a long one. What did you think?
If she makes them do another take, I'm going to flip a lid. And not just the one to this box.
Oh, there were some weird audio things going on, but acting-wise, it was great. It's a keeper.
Perfect. That means
I can get out of this box.
It's our turn. Camera operator, set up for the next scene. In this one, our protagonist peruses an aquarium in a foreign land and gets swept up in memories of her friend. So, in terms of lighting, that's the vibe we're going for. Got that?
Shoot. Paimon thought there'd be a break and Sandrone could slip away. What are we gonna do now?
break a leg.
Yep, we're headed off to shoot our next scene.
All right, quiet on set. We're about to start rolling. Ready, Miss Columbina? Miss Columbina?
I think she would like this.
Quick, we should roll on this.
It doesn't forage with the others, or prey upon its smaller kin. Instead, it remains where it is, cradled in the coral's quiet beauty, as though the raging cyclones above are of no consequence. And yet, She still stood before the cyclone in the end. So I think that story has it wrong. She is no different than us. She has a heart.
Columbina.
Hmm?
Uh-oh, is she onto us?
What is she doing?
Cut!
You okay, Columbina?
Hmm? Oh, yes. I just thought...
Why don't we take a short break? It's been a long day of shooting so far. That last take was beautifully organic, though. We can use it as is. No need to go again.
Thanks, Director Farina. But I'm fine to continue.
You're sure? In that case, let's shoot some quick B-roll. Then we can move to our next outdoor scene.
We're in the clear this time.
Ugh! Absolutely suffocating.
You okay, Sandrone?
Right as rain. Come on, let's go check the test results. It's time for me to go home. All right, it should be around here. Give me some space. I'll activate the water insulating mechanism.
The what?
Alain, much like Renee, had long predicted that the water levels in Fontaine would rise. Thanks to his expertise in mechanics, he was able to implement a few simple measures to protect our home from flooding. I told him there was no need, that I would just move when the water rose too high, but it would seem he knew a day like this would come. All right, the silt has been cleared away. Go activate the mechanism for the first sluice gate. That will fill the empty middle chamber with water. All right, now turn on the drainage mechanism in front of the second sluice gate, and this chamber will become empty once again.
So, this is where you used to live? It's beautiful! There's even a garden!
Back when I lived here, it was my job to tend to the potted plants and flower beds. Still growing strong even after all this time. Who would have thought? If the weather was nice, I would take Alain out in his wheelchair and we would go for a walk. Before long, we started bringing Polonia along too. Come to think of it, I was the only one who could get around easily back then. Polonia always got stuck at some point, and it was up to me to launch a rescue mission. Happy. I suppose they were. Uneventful, but pleasant. Repetitive, but peaceful. It was like living in a world where time didn't exist. Of course, that was all just an illusion. Death still awaits all of us at the end.
Oh.
All right, enough standing around. Let's head inside. Yep, this place is exactly how I left it. Nothing has changed. What is it? Huh? How did you get... Oh, Arlecchino gave it to you, didn't she? And you... read the whole thing. Just so you know, a lot of that was written a long time ago. At that very desk, to be exact. Anyway, since you've already read it, you should just hold on to it. I can always start a new one. Well, feel free to look around. I'm going to start looking for the gift Alen mentioned. Oh, but be careful with the stuff around here. I'm not saying you can't touch anything. Just try not to choke on the dust. Polonia. Oh, I played with these when I was little. During the first few months after I was created, I mean. At first, Alen and I would play together, but it didn't take long for me to become unbeatable. So, Polonia and I played together instead.
Yeah, these don't look like Paimon's kind of games.
Logic and math puzzles? Those happen to be my specialty. It's been so long. What do you say? Should we play a few rounds? Let's go with this one. The gears on the left are stacked from largest to smallest. The goal is to move them to the other side in the fewest number of moves. Need help? You seem stuck. This should go here, then this here, and done. Well, what did you think of the game? You showed quite a bit of promise, too. We should do this again sometime. There are other puzzles we could try. Oh, these are some of Alen's drafts from his later years. Just casual doodles, really. And these are just some unimportant letters. I couldn't be bothered to sort through them before I left.
Wait, the people in this picture look kind of familiar.
Oh, this was taken when Alen and Renee were both still at the Fontaine Research Institute. Before their falling out. In his later years, Alen would often sit by the fireplace and stare at this picture, wearing an expression somewhere between guilt and longing. He said he sometimes regretted not helping his friend when he needed it most, even if just to stop him. This was Alen's workbench. Later on, of course, it became mine. It's where both Polonia and I were brought to life. Before Alen was bedbound, this is where he would teach me about mechanics. I would sit and listen, chiming in with questions here and there. Later on, when he got too sick, I took over and would work on Polonia here.
Wow! This house is filled with so many memories! It's so cozy and charming!
You should have seen it in its prime, when people actually lived here. A lit fireplace, a steaming cup of coffee. That's the real deal. You know, we also used to have a mechanical piano that Alen built.
Oh, how chic!
Alen never played it much. He probably wasn't able to at that point. But I managed to teach myself. Music theory is essentially math after all. Once you learn the patterns, it's not really that difficult. I loved perusing Alen's collection of classical music. The chords and harmonies felt like individual mathematical puzzles. It was fascinating. So I did some composing as well. But as Alen continued to deteriorate, even the sound of music began to grate on his nerves. So I got rid of the piano.
Aww.
Back then, I assumed a piano was like an ordinary clothing rack, commonplace in every home and easily replaceable. It was only after I left that I realized how hard a good piano is to find. Enough about that. Alen's gift should be just in here. The only things undisturbed before I left were a few of his personal belongings. Wait, there's a hidden compartment at the back of this box. Looks like it's locked with some kind of gear mechanism. Knowing you, Alen, I'm guessing it goes like this, then like this? Got it. Am I a genius or what? Let's see here. A box?
Well, you gonna open it?
It's heavier than I was expecting. Just how much stuff is in here? A letter? And a bunch of junk underneath it. None of it seems that important. Wait a second. This should be it.
A cube?
It's a multi-dimensional algorithmic core. Alen would use it to store information. Only Polonia and I have access. All right, I'll start looking into the core and the letter. Feel free to go through the rest of the stuff and see if there's anything useful.
Okay. Hold on. There's another picture in here. This one has writing on the back.
A snapshot of you playing among the plants shortly after you were born. You seem to like these flowers a lot. May you grow and flourish just as they do.
Huh? Wow! Look how happy you are in this picture. You've changed a lot since then, huh?
What's that supposed to mean?
Just that you come off kind of aggressive sometimes. Or, annoyed at everyone around you.
Well then, people should stop being so annoying. It's not like I'm the one with the problem.
Of course not. Oh, here's something else. Looks like a piece of paper torn out from somewhere. Today, I solved another math puzzle and made a breakthrough on a construction problem the Institute has been stuck on for years. Am I a genius or what?
No, wait, that's
From now on, I should have people address me as Her Highness the Clockwork Princess, Unraveler of all reason.
No, nope, no more of that. I thought I tore this page out.
You wrote this? Then how did it get... Wait, there's more writing at the bottom.
You seem to have developed a distaste for this particular entry, considering I found it in the trash. I'm sorry, but I could not help but hold on to it. Forgive me.
Alen! Don't be embarrassed. Everyone goes through a phase like that.
Nonsense. I wasn't even the one who wrote that. It must have been Polonia. That's enough. I told you it was Polonia. You know what? We're done with this. No more rifling around in the box. Just put it down and let me read the letter. To my little clockwork princess. Oh, not another word. Got that? If you're reading this.
You've most likely received the gift I left for you. I just hope you didn't stumble across all this while cleaning out my effects or something trivial like that. I once asked if there was something you wished for. Do you remember that? I wonder if time has changed your answer. Regardless, I have another gift. A formula that will allow you to come face to face with the anomaly inside of you. If you even still call her that. Why this gift? To understand that, allow me to wax poetic on the soul once again. I would ask you to stick with me until the end, but I know you will. You always have. I believe a person should be born twice over in their lifetime. First, there's the birth that grants us life, then the birth of the soul. It's a matter of transforming the life bestowed upon us into the life we choose for ourselves. And to do that, we must look inward. We must make a conscious choice to define the meaning of our life instead of allowing the happenstance of our existence to pass us by. This is the process of recognizing the soul that lives within us. You are my proudest masterpiece. I told you that long ago. But to me, you have never been a creation or a machine. To me, you're just like the rest of us. You have a heart. In fact, some theories think of the human brain as nothing more than a machine, and thought the product of its computations. So you see, perhaps we're not so different after all. Your inner machinery is just far more advanced than most, no matter how one looks at it. The heart is a complex thing, a place where logic and reason collide with our emotions. Your computational capacity allowed you to become sentient and develop logical reasoning. But it also granted you something that, on the surface, might seem contradictory. Emotion. Emotions and logic often clash with each other, and those instances of discord can accumulate over time. That is the source of what you refer to as the anomalies within you. As you told me once, you've always known what you don't want, yet you've never wished for anything in particular. Similar to how a blind person can feel when a part of their body is in pain without being able to fully visualize its form, such is your relationship with your soul. So, what I leave you now is this: a formula that will allow you to see the shape of your soul. For if you want to protect your heart, you must first be able to recognize it within yourself.
Of course. Whether you use it is entirely up to you. You are, and always have been, free to do as you wish, regardless, whether by my formula or some other means. I trust you will know your heart one day. You always were a fast learner, and the smartest person I've ever known. Ellen.
Oh.
I'm fine. I've already figured out how this formula works. Let's get out of here and then we can use it.
You made up your mind already? You're gonna do it?
Why wouldn't I? Resolving the anomalies within my core is the reason I came here in the first place. No, I can do this on my own. But, do you want to watch?
What do you mean?
I already know what anomaly I need to resolve. Like Alen said, she's an amalgamation of all the times my logic algorithms have clashed with my emotions.
And by resolve, you mean that literally, or...?
Yes.
But if you, let us in like that, wouldn't that mean letting us see a bunch of your, inner thoughts and secrets?
If what Alen said is true, then I'm about to be... born anew, or whatever. This is your chance to be lucky enough to witness it. Besides, you already read my whole diary. When it comes to keeping my innermost thoughts to myself, well, I think that ship has sailed.
You're really sure about this?
How many times do I have to say it? I finally let you in as, friends, and you want to question it. I'm not gonna offer a second time. Enough with the mushy stuff. Just follow me. All right. With the numerological array, I can construct a simple formula that will allow you to experience what I see and hear in real time.
Oh, just like St. Lolly's sense-sharing technique. Been there, done that.
Sounds like that shaman has some tricks up her sleeve. The arcane and the mathematical are both fundamental laws of this world. Being able to achieve a similar result through both isn't surprising. Anyway, let's get this show on the road. But no comments from the peanut gallery, okay? I know I offered, but I still don't want any interruptions. Is this my heart? No, it's probably just the result of a lens formula. A space dedicated to resolving anomalies. But it looks like the walls are all mirrors? You made it. About time. Is that me? From the past? You just spoke of anomalies. Well, here I am. What happens when emotion contradicts reason? Shall we sit down and talk?
That should do it. Hello? My name is Alain Guillotin. Can you hear me?
Brings back memories, doesn't it? The time we spent here.
Here. I want you to have this.
A notebook?
You can use it to write things down.
I don't need to write things down. I have unlimited memory.
Even so, some things are more important than others, right? You can use it to write about the things that matter.
So you wish me to carry out a basic priority sorting operation?
I suppose you can think of it like that for now. But journaling is also an act of finding oneself. Much like we use wooden stakes to guide a plant to grow in a certain manner, what we choose to write down gives the soul much-needed direction. In the act of choosing what to forget and what to hold on to, we decide what kind of person we want to become.
I don't understand. Like I said earlier, I don't need something like this. This is where we were born. Where our life began. Mornings of tending to the garden. Afternoons spent cleaning, reading, or studying. Evenings of cozying up by the fire, listening to Alain share stories about his past. Alain.
What is it?
What are you drinking?
Oh, this? It's coffee. It, makes me more productive.
I want to try it.
Oh, okay. Here.
Bitter. Speaking of, why did you design me with senses? Taste, smell, touch.
Well, I'm not quite sure. It just felt like the right thing to do. I suppose I hoped you might have a life of your own one day, and that you deserve to experience all life has to offer.
Oh. Still bitter. But the smell is nice. I thought those peaceful days would go on forever. You know that's not possible. Maybe. But how was I supposed to know the end was just around the corner? That was just bad luck, was it? Well, it certainly became a pattern, now didn't it? Over time, one of the habits we picked up from Alain was a love of coffee. We even took to hosting tea parties. A machine acting like a human. Kind of laughable, right? I suppose that's just what I'm used to. Yeah, that's just what we're used to.
Hey, this place isn't half bad. Great spot for a party.
More and more people seem to be showing up to my tea parties uninvited. Anyone care to explain?
Can you blame me? I saw Columbina leading Capitano somewhere, and I had to see what that was about.
I had simply asked Columbina where I might find Arlecchino. I have business to discuss with her, and Columbina suggested looking here. Tartaglia and I were unaware that this was a private gathering. Apologies for the intrusion. It won't be for long.
Whatever. Just add it to the list of annoying things that have happened today. What's one more? Since you're here, you might as well stay for a cup of tea.
See? Told you she wouldn't mind.
Much obliged, Sandrone.
Well, look who we have here. Good thing I brought extra desserts. This has turned into quite the occasion.
Capitano, I was just about to go find you.
Pardon the intrusion. Rest assured, I won't sully your gathering with talk of work. We can have our discussion later.
Spoken like a true gentleman. A certain unmannered 11th seat could learn a thing or two.
You know, you really should start being nicer to me, Rosaline. Or I might just snatch that 8th seat right out from under you.
I'd like to see you try.
If you're gonna fight, take it outside. The only mess I plan on cleaning up is tea-related. I still don't understand how our quiet afternoon turned into such a crowded gathering. One by one, people just kept barging in. And then, one by one, they left without a word. Yeah, pretty annoying, huh?
Of all my days with the Fatui, the times I spent with you, Arlecchino, and Rosaline, they were my favorite. Goodbye, Sandrone.
Don't go, Columbina. We should have just said that. Why didn't we? If we had, would the story have had a different ending? She couldn't stay. There was no future for her here. She would have just faded away. You're right. I suppose that's why you call me an anomaly. Every time you make a decision, there's a voice inside your heart. My voice, asking to contradict all logic and reason. Why didn't we make her stay? Is it worse to fight for something just to lose it? Or not to have fought at all? Don't you find it unfair? One by one, we keep losing the things we care about the most. But in the end, whether I want to fight for something or cry over all we've lost, you just push it down and pretend not to hear. Now, even Polonia, the other half of Helen's legacy, the last remaining member of our family, even Polonia is no longer with us. I did everything I could, but it's just like Helen always said. Polonia was one of a kind. There was no replicating what he managed to create. Don't you feel like our connection to the past is fading bit by bit? Like, even the things we have left are slowly slipping away. I suppose. But you can't move through life without having to say goodbye. And even as we experience loss, there are always new things to be gained. Ever so logical. What's your take, then? It feels like the more I care about something, the faster the world takes it away. It sounds so stupid, but I can't help it. That's the hand life has dealt me time and time again. Why even fight for something that's just going to be lost in the end? Better to never have had it at all. Better if it would all just disappear. Dark, I know. But the heart wants what it wants. Maybe the stellar linchpin appeared because of me. Because of what I wish for. I don't think so. Yeah, probably not. What an anomaly wants goes against all logic and reason after all. Well, go ahead and do what you came for. You're here to resolve the anomaly, aren't you? Yes. What's it gonna be? Keeping me imprisoned here like before? Or eliminating me entirely, like debugging a code? That might actually be a mercy. I don't care. I just don't want to experience the pain of loss ever again. Go ahead. I'm ready. Why do we keep losing everything we care about? I know it hurts, but that's life. I wish... I know. I've always known. Because we've been one all along. Sandrone! I'm fine.
It's okay to cry, you know.
Cry? You've gotta be kidding me. Save the comforting for someone who needs it, Paimon. The emotional side of my core algorithm. My emotion module has always been fully developed and operational. Elen tried to tell me that too. I've just chosen to ignore her voice all this time. I suppose. Come to think of it, it's kind of like the aquarium on the ship.
The aquarium?
The old me took one look at it and saw something I would inevitably lose. So I stopped putting in the effort. Then, one by one, the fish all swam away, and the place became even more bleak and depressing. Pretty pathetic, right?
Don't say that. A lot of people would feel the same. It just shows how much you care about what you have.
Now? After seeing what you've done with the aquarium, I have to admit, I think it's beautiful. It's like you said, we get to keep the things we gain along the way. And those are things that can never be replaced, because we choose to hold them in our hearts.
Well said.
Besides, I've already died once. I'd be stupid not to make the most of this second chance.
Right. Earlier your inner self mentioned something about her wish. What was it?
You think that's something you can just ask and I'll tell you? Think again. I may have accepted my emotional self, but I'm not about to go all soft and mushy on the inside and pour my heart out. That said, taking a step in the right direction couldn't hurt. Starting with cleaning some old aquarium tanks of my own.
Huh?
Metaphorically speaking, I mean. Come on, let's head back to the ship. I need to talk to that shaman.
Huh? Resentful lost souls?
You couldn't get comfortable sleeping near the Opera Epicles, right? Well, I bet that's why. The Fountain of Lucine is where all the water in Fontaine gathers. So that's where the emotions within the water converge as well.
Hold on. If it's souls we're dealing with, feeling uncomfortable should have been just the beginning. I should have been able to hear their voices or something.
And under normal circumstances, I'm sure someone of your talents would have. The problem is, these souls are no longer complete.
Remind me how they ended up like that again? You mentioned something about them being split apart?
Yes, it's called soul severing. Renee of the Nartsitzenkreuz Ordo came up with it. After learning of Fontaine's impending doom, Renee thought if he could find a means for the soul to live on in perpetuity, it might ensure the world's salvation. Soul severing was the first step of his research. Unfortunately, his theory of the 4 orthants was imperfect at the time, and a failure along the way caused his physical form to dissipate. Jakob, another member of the Nartsitzenkreuz Ordo, sought to carry on Renee's legacy and restore his physical form. He even used some of the people who stood in his way as test subjects for his research.
By severing their souls?
Yes. After Renee successfully awakened, the two continued their research, and all the severed souls ended up merging into Renee's consciousness. After you saved Fontaine by turning Fontainians into true humans, these souls returned to the ley lines. But the souls severed before Renee awakened had nowhere to go, doomed to forever wander the waters of Fontaine as listless spirits.
Almost as if they exist outside the bounds of this world.
Not only that, but over time, they began to fuse with other entities. Their inner resentment lured in all sorts of evil beings, which corrupted and defiled them into nothing more than accumulations of filth. But the full transformation must have been recent. Otherwise, the Udex surely would have noticed. Wait, no, he must know already. That would explain the underwater Melazine patrols. No wonder I kept running into officers from the Mara Chaussee Phantom earlier.
In that case, let's go find Nervalette and we can sort it out together.
No, not just yet.
Why not?
For one, the diplomatic castle alone would be a nightmare. Even though I haven't reported back to Snezhnaya yet, I'm not planning to leave the Fatui anytime soon. Besides, with me here, success is a done deal. Involving other people would just complicate things. All I need is for Miss Lolly to help pinpoint the location of this monstrosity. Think you can do it?
With my eyes closed. This is what I do. I'm a lot better at it than manning a desk, at least. But, how exactly do you plan on resolving this soul stuff? Even to me, there's no obvious answer. Seems pretty complicated, all things considered.
Just trust me. I have the perfect solution.
Oh, all right. If you're that confident, we'll follow your lead. Why the sudden interest in helping Fontaine with this, Sandrone? You never knew Renee and the others, right?
No, I didn't. And you're right. This problem has nothing to do with me. I wouldn't get within 10 feet of the Nartsitzenkreuz Ordo or its members. But in his later years, Elan told me he regretted not helping his best friend when he needed it the most. He also felt sorry towards Marianne for being too lost in his mechanical research to look after her properly. If he were still with us, I think he'd do the same. He might have a few choice words to say about it, but even after everything, he wouldn't leave his friend's mess for someone else to clean up. Friends shouldn't hold grudges or leave behind regrets. Fixing what happened between him and Renee was one of his greatest wishes. All I'm doing is fulfilling it in his stead.
You really do seem a little different now.
You mean everything that just happened wasn't for nothing? Why, thank you for pointing out the obvious, Paimon.
Just washing off the grime of the past. Turns out, a lot can build up after being ignored for so long.
What's this about aquarium tanks all of a sudden? They go off on some grand adventure and what? Now they have their own private code? Stupid.
All right then, Seat Lolly. Tracking this thing down is up to you.
Huh? Oh, right. No problem.
You got this, Granny Eatsley!
You, come with me to Hotel de Boer for a drink. Right now. Why? Because I said so. Miss Guillotin, I'll report back on the location tomorrow morning. Just need a drink or two first to bolster me up.
Well, don't let me keep you.
All right, you. Time to go. I've got scores that need settling.
Huh? Wonder if Seat Lolly was able to pinpoint the location. Seat Lolly sure drank a lot last night, huh? Wonder if she's even awake.
Good morning.
Ah! Columbina! Oh, phew. I sure know how to make an entrance. What are you doing here?
We just finished filming a last-minute scene, so I came up to get some fresh air. The others are still down below discussing what the final scene should be.
You mean, how it should end?
Yes. They're torn between whether the heroine should reunite with her old friend or not.
Ah! Because the whole point is that she came to her friend's homeland to search for her, right? Oh, Paimon almost forgot the plot!
Yes. Director Farina and Miss Chiori think a tragic ending where the two never meet would be more poignant. But Director Xavier thinks having the two reunite would make for a more touching and heartwarming ending. Me? I'm not sure. On a personal level, of course I want to see her again. Of course I want to experience that moment where we reunite. Even if it's just for the cameras. But that means an actor would have to take her place. And that makes me feel...
Oh.
Huh?
Yeah, don't look so worried. Making a film is supposed to be fun. But besides, it's all gonna work out. You can trust Paimon on that.
Work out? How?
Well, you know. Yep, exactly.
Okay, I trust you. I'll just focus on having fun for now.
Well, look who we have here. Traveler and Paimon.
Oh, the lighting specialist and clapper loader that never were.
Yeah. We kinda went AWOL, didn't we? Sorry about that.
Seriously, don't worry about it. Everything's going smoothly on our end, so just do what you need to do.
You seem to be in better spirits now, Miss Columbina. I apologize if our earlier discussion put you on the spot.
It's okay. I'm fine now. The Traveler and Paimon talked me through it.
So, what are your thoughts on the ending then? Should we have them reunite or not?
We should tie everything up in bows.
Huh?
Oh, right on time.
Well, yeah. We weren't the ones who drank our weight in alcohol yesterday.
What? Are you suggesting Granny can't handle her liquor? It takes a lot more than that to get me drunk.
Really? 'Cause, you stopped making sense after a while.
Did I? Huh. News to me. I didn't say anything too crazy, I hope.
Let's see. You spent half an hour bad-mouthing Auroron, half an hour complaining about work, an hour talking about light novels, and, Paimon kind of fell asleep after that.
Are they gone?
Oh, the crew? Yeah, we bumped into them on the deck, but they just left. Wait, but now that everything with your core is sorted out, what's stopping you from seeing Columbina? She misses you a lot. I just want to deal with this mess first. Besides, this is a perfect chance to make her jump for once. I have to plan it out more. But enough about that. Were you able to pinpoint the location of our target?
Of course! When Granny Eatsley promises something, she delivers.
Great, let's see. Morte region. Wait, this is the Tower of Gestalt. The place the souls were severed. Is that the source of the resentment? Or is it the Narcissenkreuz Ordo in general?
Let me come with. This thing's movement isn't fixed. If it's not at this location when we get there, I can use a ritual to summon it.
You've already gone to more than enough trouble.
I don't mind. These old bones have nothing better to do anyway. Summoning a spirit isn't going to do me in. Besides, if I don't go, they'll just have more inside jokes I can't join in on.
All right then. I appreciate it. Ha! There's no time to lose. Let's head out! No sign of it so far.
Should I start the summoning ritual?
Let's drain the water from this floor of the tower first. It'll make it easier to move around. Wait, we can do that? Of course. Alan and Renee both saw the future that awaited Fontaine and even shared a few methods for waterproofing buildings. The principle behind it is, not important. Just unlock the mechanisms in the order I tell you.
Ready?
Yeah. When this thing appears, I'll try talking to the souls inside. But more than likely, they've already been driven to madness. If communication fails, we'll have a battle on our hands.
In that case, Paimon better find a hiding spot.
If a fight does break out, I should be the one to deliver the final blow. Trust me on that.
Understood. All right, I need quiet. Wandering spirits drifting along the tides. Hear me now. Broken souls, silenced, torn apart, and forsaken. Follow the traces of the past and return to us. Let resentment recognize resentment. Let vile entities be drawn together. And in this place, take form once more.
What now? Is that it? This is exactly why I deal in math, not magic. How are we supposed to know what stage the spell is at? It's like there's no logic to speak of. Mechanical science is so much easier to...
Watch out!
Hey, you! Or whoever's inside of you. I need you to listen to me. I'm a descendant of Fontaine's Lord Artificer, Alain Guillotin. I can make you whole again and return you to the ley lines. You just need to work with me here.
Sandrone!
Shh. Looks like talking this out is off the table. All right, plan B. Time to blow off some steam. You're cursing out the wrong person! I didn't even know them!
I'm not like them. I'm stronger. Inverted. World formula. Reversion. Be at peace among the tides. Lost souls. Is it over? Yep, told you it'd be a piece of cake.
How did you do that back there?
That creature was nothing special. Add a bunch of souls with nowhere to go, a touch of malicious energy, a few impurities, and a whole lot of resentment. And that's what you get. All I did was separate the original souls from the rest of the filth, allowing them to be accepted by the current rules of the world. The principle behind the world formula is divergence. Starting from a point of origin, it deconstructs and reconstructs the possibilities of the world to find certain answers. So, it would follow that reverse calculating the world formula allows us to achieve convergence and restoration instead. Using a numerological array, I was able to do just that. It's similar to the concept of homological reduction in mathematics. I reduced them to the basic fundamental essence of their being without changing their underlying nature. That meant... never mind. Judging by all the blank stares, I'm guessing you don't actually care.
I think I finally understand how Outlanders feel when I ramble on about shaman stuff.
Point is, it was super impressive! You really are amazing, Sandrone!
You're just realizing that now? Ahem. Enough about that. We should get going. I'll go reset the mechanisms inside the tower. See you back on land. Well, that's one old mess for the books. Glad to have that over and done with. Feels nice to do a good deed every once in a while.
You helped everyone out a bunch and not cry, too. Kinda seems like you're just a good person at heart.
I wouldn't be so sure. I'll be heading back to the Fatui soon enough. You two are too trusting sometimes. Fine. Just don't say I didn't warn you when it comes back to bite you.
Well, where to next? Back to the ship?
Yeah, your personal business, the Narcitsan thing, it's all resolved. That means you can see the people that need seeing now, right, Sandrone? Everyone's gonna be so happy you're back!
You wouldn't catch me dead admitting to this before, but... yeah, I really have missed everyone. Columbina's a special case, though. This time, I'm definitely getting her back for all her annoying antics over the years. She'll sense me coming from a mile off. How am I gonna...
Sandrone? Is it really you? You're back? You didn't tell me. You avoided me. Why?
Now we're even.
I missed you so much.
That makes one of us, idiot. I'm here, Columbina.
Sandrone.
Don't ruin the moment. Or I'll start thinking about how you teleported me to a random location after I explicitly told you to stop doing that.
And scene! Bravo! Bravo! We got it! This is exactly the ending I was hoping for.
Huh? Where did you just go, Miss Columbina? You vanished! And then the next second you were back hugging this, new friend here.
That was all on camera?
Yeah. Well, the camera was already rolling and it happened so fast, so yeah.
Hold on. This must be...
Yep, my best friend. The one I was looking for. I never thought I'd actually get to see her again. Plus, the film got a happy ending too. It's all thanks to you, Sandrone. Sandrone?
You couldn't stop being annoying for 1 second! Columbina!
As expected, going to the opera house is the true way to enjoy a film.
You get to see the audience's reaction in real time, too. The ending seemed to be received quite well.
Paimon can't believe you let us include that in the final cut, Sandrone!
You even agreed to help us reshoot a couple of shots. Thanks a million.
Most of it was caught on camera already, so it's not like I had much of a choice. Besides, the film I'm in is going to be anything less than perfect. What are you laughing at?
Nothing. It was just interesting to see us on screen together. I'm glad this moment is going to be preserved forever.
Just a pity we didn't take home the Farina Award this time around.
Well, artistic films can rarely compete with commercial ones. You should have prepared yourself for this the minute you changed the script.
True.
Oh, did I hear someone mention the Farina Award?
Come on, don't gloat.
I won't. Our crew winning the Farina Award was a team effort after all. Costume design, script adaptation. Ooh, and the practical effects were so realistic. The flames and explosions even made me jump while we were filming.
A lot of the effects were based on actual items the Special Patrol confiscated from criminals. Who knew they'd serve another purpose, right?
But it turned out amazing! Really brought the thrilling scenes from the novel to life. Fontaine's film industry is seriously impressive.
Which film did you vote for, Silali?
Isn't it obvious? Great Detective Hurlock, of course! That's the whole reason I'm here!
You all should be proud, though. A lot of critics are saying really good things about your film, too. Longing and loss, searching for something even after it's gone. It's a film that makes you think about life and how important it is to explore those themes.
Well, that is what the art of storytelling is for.
Watching a film with friends is so much fun! There's so much to talk about!
Ooh, let's throw a celebration later then! We're all old friends. Oh, we could find a place and chat to our heart's content.
How about the Wingalette?
That's perfect! Friends and family are more than welcome too. So if you want to bring people, don't be shy.
You all can head over first and make yourselves at home. I'll bring over some refreshments in a bit. I just have one more stop to make first.
Can I come?
Fine. Not like you'd listen if I tried to stop you. Yes. Here lies Lord Artificer, Elaine Guillotin. This is his grave.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Ellen. I'm sorry this is the first time I've been back since leaving Fontaine. I should have come to see you more often. I got your gift. I even cleaned up one of the Nartsitzenkreuz Ordo's messes along the way. Our home is just as quiet and warm as it always was. The flowers in the garden are still thriving. I'll make sure to tend to them more often from now on. Polonia received irreparable damage in battle. I should have taken better care of your invention. I'm sorry. Polonia was family to me. Just like you. You always said I was a fast learner. But I'm not so sure. It took me far too long to learn the things that truly matter. I never said this to you back then, but thank you for creating me, for giving me the chance to experience life. Being your family meant everything to me. Absolutely everything.
Can I say a few words as well, Sandrone?
Don't need my permission.
Hello, Mr. Guillotin. I'm Sandrone's friend. You don't need to worry. Sandrone is doing great. Not only is she a brilliant scholar, she's made a whole bunch of friends, too. And she takes great care of them.
As if.
She'll never admit it, but she's always there when her friends need it the most. I wouldn't even be here without her. So, if she ever needs help, her friends will be there in a heartbeat, including me. That's what best friends are for.
Columbina.
What else? Oh, she likes drinking bitter coffee, listening to piano music when she can't sleep. Turns out she even likes giving hugs.
No, wait! Don't tell him all that!
Huh? I don't understand. I didn't think you'd want to hide things from him.
Well, yeah, but there are still things I don't want to say.
Okay. I'll come by myself and tell him for you then.
That's not what I meant. All right. Enough with the speeches. If no one has anything else to add, let's just leave it there.
Should we say a few words too? Kinda seems like Columbina said it all. Oh, great idea!
Goodbye, Ellen.
You made it! The party's already started. Oh, but, you didn't bring anyone else along? I thought you headed out to invite some friends.
We did invite a friend, actually. She'll be here soon. She's even bringing some desserts to have over tea. You should join us later, Miss Farina.
I do love a tea party. Then don't mind if I do.
This seems like a fun occasion. Let's go talk with everyone.
Good idea! We'll introduce you to all our old friends. Wait a second! Mr. Baptiste and Veronique! You're here!
Friends of yours?
Veronique is the prop manager for Musketeer Pictures, and Mr. Baptiste is the author of The Two Musketeers.
Yeah, former prop manager. Now we're just two criminals serving our time. Thanks to Duke Risley and Nurse Sigewin looking out for us. Not too bad, actually.
You make it sound like I'm giving you special treatment. I just think the method of justice you chose to pursue is one people can respect.
You are far too modest, Your Grace. The only reason we were even able to come to the surface for the festival is because you fought for it.
It's also just good for the physical and mental health of the prisoners in general.
Anyway, I suppose I have you to thank for keeping the winglet in such good shape. I never knew she could look so striking.
I didn't do anything special. It was mostly the Traveler and the others.
Don't sell yourself short, Miss Guillotin. You are the current captain after all. In light of that, I have to ask, do you mind if I leave up some of the installations so the people back at the fortress can also enjoy the aquarium?
Huh?
Like I said before, I just think it would be good for the inmates who clean and maintain the winglet to see their work put to good use. Besides, maintaining an aquarium is sure to be a lot more interesting than scrubbing rust off the walls and deck.
Of course I don't mind. I'm grateful you even want to keep it.
Great. Then it's decided.
That's amazing, Sandrone. We should go hang out at the Fortress of Meripede later, then.
You do know you just invited me to hang out in prison, don't you?
Granny Eatsley, you're really not going to let us borrow these cute little stuffed toys for our magic show?
First of all, Seat Laline and Eats Papa are Chi-Chi meal. They have inauspicious stars sealed within them, and they're my helpers, not toys.
But the Grin Malkin Cat and Boggle Cat box are Linny and Lynette's helpers. And they still make good partners on stage.
Agreed. We've never had a Chi-Chi meal pop out of our hats before. It would be quite the surprise. I think the audience would love it.
If this was the Masters of the Night Wind, these kids wouldn't have even had the guts to say my name, let alone pester me like this. I'm terrible at dealing with requests like this. Oh, Traveler, quick, save me! You think you're so funny.
Lady Sandrone, Lady Columbina.
Hello.
Don't look at me like that. I don't have any mechanisms for you to break.
Don't be fooled by my sister's demeanor, Lady Sandrone. She's just as delighted as the rest of us to have you back.
Well, I suppose when I'm not so busy, I could find some time when Arlecchino is around and bring over a few gifts to the House of the Hearth.
You're too kind, Lady Sandrone. I'm sure just your visit alone would make Father more than happy.
I just need to borrow them for a bit. I'll pull them out of my hat, give them a quick hug, then give them straight back.
When did hugging become a part of it?
Oh! I could lend you pair, so you have something to hug in the meantime. He gives really good hugs.
I don't need something to hug in the meantime. The issue was never the hugs.
How about this? You can have 2 VIP tickets right next to each other. Excellent view.
Right next to each other?
Yep, super quiet. No one will bother you. I'm sure you'll have a great time.
Fine.
What a dream come true! For once, it all worked out! I can die without regrets.
Let's not get too ahead of ourselves, Director Lapine Pauline. What was in that piece of cake you just handed her, Escoffier?
Maritime flowers, eggs, flour, same as all the other pieces. What?
Oh, it's so delicious! I'm so happy! My life has peaked!
Miss Lapine Pauline, look who I brought!
Master! Wait, what happened to your face? Why are you crying?
Never mind my face. Here, let me introduce you. This is Miss Charlotte and Miss Escoffier.
Things are sounding lively over here.
Oh, look who it is! Perfect timing. I was so busy with the shoot, I feel like we barely got to talk. And the elusive Miss Guillotin. It's great to see you. Thank you so much for letting us use the boat free of charge. That was so generous of you. Oh, right. Introductions.
This is Miss Charlotte and Miss Escoffier.
That's kind of you. But I didn't really do anything. If you want to thank someone, it should be the Duke or the people who keep the boat in such good shape.
Right. I'll head over in a bit and do just that.
Miss Columbina?
Yes?
Could I interview you sometime? I'll treat you to some gâteau de bord for the trouble. There's only a limited amount available each day. Oh, but it's an absolute must-try when you're in Fontaine.
Oh, sure.
Bold of you to use my own cake as a bribe right in front of me.
You know what? When else are we all going to be together like this? Come on, everyone! Grab your drinks!
Are we going to toast?
Yup! Come on, come on, come on! Sante!
You made it. Sorry for starting the celebrations without you.
No worries at all. We're just glad everyone's having such a great time. Oh, right. You've probably seen them around already, but let us introduce you for real. This is...
Miss Columbina and Miss Guillotin, right? Oh, we saw the film you were in. It was so touching.
Yep. This one started bawling her eyes out right next to me in the theater.
I know. I didn't bring nearly enough tissues.
Thanks. We saw your film too. I memorized all your names.
Oh, guess we can skip the introductions then.
Our effects were pretty over the top, right? Some of the extras in the big scenes were actual members of the Spina di Rosula.
So basically, your contribution was creating realistic-looking chaos.
That wasn't the only realistic aspect. Miss Chevreuse and Miss Emily were also kind enough to lend their expertise on criminal investigations and forensics.
Oh, it was nothing. I was just honored to take part and help out.
Wow! No wonder your film turned out so good. You basically had an expert in every field. Talk about a stacked crew.
Oh, speaking of, want to join in on a round of tabletop troupe later, Miss Columbina and Miss Guillotin? I mean, what better place for a party than a party?
Here we go again.
That sounds interesting.
Yes! Persuasion successful! What about you, Miss Guillotin?
I guess one round couldn't hurt.
Critical success!
Yes. I can only hope my presence does not make anyone ill at ease.
Who's this?
All right! This is Nervalette, the Udex of Fontaine. And this is Columbina and Sandrone.
Greetings.
Hello.
These two must be the Fatus and former Fatus related to the recent incident in Nodcry. I read about them in the diplomatic report.
The Udex? Oh, the dragon that cries a lot.
Oh, well...
Jeez, Columbina. That's your takeaway from all those Fatui meetings? Seriously?
Is that truly how I'm portrayed in the Fatui's intelligence?
You must put a lot of people in prison then.
Well, it would be more accurate to say I pass judgment on their crimes. All trials in Fontaine strive for fairness and justice, so as to avoid imprisoning the innocent.
So, only the people who deserve it get sent to prison.
Well, deserve is quite a subjective metric, is it not? At the very least, I can promise that in every trial over which I preside, I make every effort to deliver a fair verdict.
Yeah. Oh, for the love of... what is she doing now?
You seem like a good dragon. Not the kind that throws people in prison for no reason. I think we can get along just fine.
Thank you? Then she punched me because...
Oh, sorry, Nervalette. She thinks that's a sign of friendship.
Where does she even pick up weird habits like that?
Ah, I see.
I believe I have observed people on the streets of Fontaine expressing affection in a similar manner. I suppose I now know what it feels like. Yes. Quite, abrupt.
You know, these two are surprisingly alike.
Oh, looks like Arlecchino's here. Come on, Columbina. Let's go have ourselves a tea party.
Well, it's been quite some time since the three of us gathered to drink tea like this.
Yes, but your tea is as good as ever, Sandrone.
Of course it is. The pastries you brought aren't half bad either, Arlecchino.
I'm glad to hear it. Are they to your liking, Miss Farina? If I remember correctly, this particular cake is your favorite.
Yes, thank you. The tea and pastries are absolutely delicious. I can't believe I'm casually sipping tea with 3 harbingers. Or are some of them former harbingers? Who knows?
Due to diplomatic reasons at the time, our last tea party was rather tense, wasn't it, Miss Farina? You have my apologies. But this is simply a casual gathering of close friends. So I do hope you can relax and enjoy yourself.
Of course! I appreciate the hospitality, in both cases. Next time, let me be the one to treat all of you.
I'm sure we'd all be delighted to have you join us more often. The same goes for you two.
Of course we should do this again! We've all been through thick and thin together by this point.
This is nice, Sandrone. It reminds me of the happy times back in Snezhnaya, when things were so lively.
Yeah. To be honest, I never thought these gatherings would feel this lively ever again.
Well, I think I speak for all of us when I say we're truly glad you're back, Sandrone.
Me too. I've realized that holding on to what matters doesn't just mean protecting what you already have. By reaching out and striving for something new, you can gain much more than you think.
No, that certainly doesn't sound like something the old you would say.
Well, I'm only going to say it once, so don't get used to it.
Who knows? Perhaps your tea parties will only get livelier from here on out. Once you return to the Fatui, we'll have more opportunities to keep in touch in any case.
I want to spend more time together too, but I don't want to go back to the Fatui.
Well, Notcry isn't too far from Snezhnograd. It shouldn't be hard to find a place where we can all get together.
Oh, and then I can sing for you, or put on some of your favorite music, just like the old days.
Speaking of music, I spotted a mechanical piano below deck. Is it yours, Miss Guillotin?
Yes. Reclaimed, I suppose you could say.
Why don't you play something for us?
Huh? In front of all these people?
Yes, why not? You play so well.
Yeah, come on! Just a little, please?
For the love of... Fine! One piece, and that's it.
right, Musketeer Pictures! Everyone ready?
I'm not sure I should be in this one.
Of course you should. You might have primarily helped out another crew this time, but you're still a member of Musketeer Pictures.
All right, thanks. I'll still stand a bit off to the side, though.
Can I be in the picture too?
Of course, Miss Veronique. I would have loved to have you in the last one, too, if circumstances had allowed it.
Thank you, Director Xavier.
Do I really have to be front and center?
You're one of the lead actors! Of course you do!
Nervous, Sandrone?
No. All right. Look at the camera. And 3, 2, 1.
Musketeer Pictures!